everyone, my name is Tanya Muratori and I'm this year's recipient of the Obie and Marianne Snyder Scholarship in Dairy and Animal Science. I am very honored to be your graduate student keynote speaker tonight. As you can tell from my accent, I am not American. I was born and raised in Italy, specifically Vignola, a beautiful historical town near Bologna in the north of the country. For those who don't know exactly where that is, I came from the land of supercars and amazing food, such as Parmigiano Reggiano. For as long as I can remember, I always had a passion for animals, food productions, and I always desired to make a difference in this world. As a kid, my dream has been to become a veterinarian. However, I've always been an open-minded person, never afraid of challenges, and always ready to make the best possible decision for my life. For this reason, when I found out that the University of Bologna was offering a mixed course program between vet school and agriculture, a degree that would have allowed me to study what I like while having a more extensive impact on the world, I took it. I have a bachelor degree in animal productions and a master in safety and quality of animal productions. I kept one aspect constant throughout my career. Genetics was the focus of all my theses, whether I was looking for ways to improve the swine production system or identifying possible frauds in animal products. Since I started at university, my dream job has been to work at the European Commission as consumer safety advisor. I knew that I needed to obtain a PhD and understand how the industry really works to land this job. For this reason, after my master, I decided to gather industry experience while looking for possible PhD positions. I landed 3 jobs as a food safety and quality production manager, and through them, I understood my best skills, such as communication, problem solving, leadership, and planning. Nevertheless, I also improve in activities like delegating or asking for help. I was so used to getting everything done on my own that understanding everyone needs some help at some point in life was a real challenge. While working for a dairy company in Bologna, I met Dr. John Hendricks, an expert in AFERS nutrition and management and a brilliant professor here in the College of Agricultural Science in the Animal Science Department. He was there as a consultant, and luckily for me, not many people in the production sector were English speakers. I had a chance to spend the day with him at the barn, learning a lot and showing him my knowledge of dairy cows and my way of thinking. At the end of the day, he looked over my background, thesis, and everything related to my previous academic career. Before leaving, he talked to me about Penn State, and he gave me the contact information of a colleague looking for a PhD student, suggesting I apply. After an interview process and university acceptance, I am really happy to say that this brilliant colleague of his, Dr. Dakao, has been my advisor since 2018. Here at Penn State, I work in dairy genetics, and I have 2 main projects. The central aim of my research is to determine associations of telomere length with health, well-being, and production in dairy cows. For those not familiar with the topic, telomeres are long, repetitive sequences located at the end of your chromosomes, and they act exactly like the plastic tips at the end of your shoelaces. Without those tips, your shoelaces will be worn out, becoming useless. My second project is focused on defining the genetic component in cows' pasture behavior. Unfortunately, I can't really present much about it. The data collection has been pretty complicated over the past couple of years. I have always done volunteering work in my life, and since I moved to the US, I kept working remotely for a clown therapy association. The association aims to bring a smile to children and elders who are in hospitals or retirement homes. Clown therapy has been created as a support system for children affected by cancer, but it soon expanded to other wards. The goal as a volunteer is to make the patient escape the reality throughout activities, games, storytelling, or just conversation. Furthermore, I am part of two on-campus organizations, the First Generation Advocates Association, where I'm a candidate for a VP position, and the Graduate Women in Science Empowerment Committee. Since last year, I am also very honored to be a Gamma Sigma Delta Honor Society of Agriculture member. My goal is to graduate in December 2022 to pursue my dream. I am determined to create a safer food production system for customers with a lower environmental impact while focusing on animals' genetics. I believe that good health passes through healthy food and that the only way to obtain them is by focusing on animals' efficiency, well-being, and impact on the environment. I know it is a complicated road, but I have faith in my ability and I am ready to work hard. But since I'm aware that I cannot achieve my dream in a day, I am also looking for alternative jobs in the US or Europe. I admit that the networking part has been a real challenge so far. I want to take this occasion to express my appreciation for receiving this scholarship. It is the first time I'm awarded such honor, and it isn't really easy to explain what it means for me, especially at this point in time. I live alone here in the US, and last year while we were in the middle of a pandemic, I work in the lab pretty much every day. I had no way to vent because spending time at the gym or with my friend was not an option. My family and boyfriend live in a different time zone, and in March 2020, my uncle was hospitalized for COVID. Everything was very new, and being worried about someone without being able to help or even see them makes you feel useless. Everything added even more stress to an already uneasy situation. Every night I came home to an empty apartment, whether I was happy, homesick, or worried about the people I love. So I focused on my work to avoid worrying my family about me. And well, at some point I started wondering if my work was even worth all the sacrifices that I kept making. As grad student, we tend to drown in work. We put in long hours, must have patience, and experience frustration. We tend to forget the bigger picture sometimes, especially when it comes to research. If the research is not giving us the result we're working for, it is easy to forget what we have accomplished until that moment, or even our value sometimes. Well, receiving this scholarship is a clear answer to my doubt. No matter how hard it looks sometimes, I'm doing a great job, my work is valued, and all my sacrifices are worth it. Being the recipient of this scholarship gave me back mental strength. It showed me that everything I was doing and the passion I put in my job wasn't something I alone was seeing and understanding, but it was right in front of everyone. If I were so lucky to meet my donor in person, I would sincerely thank her for recognizing my value and our work. Mrs. Allahan, through this scholarship, helped me regain the vision of the bigger picture. And for this, I will always be appreciative. Thank you.